Hello, this is Lefty, a 7-Day Mental Diet blog, and we're back here with the fourth segment of this, where we're dealing with the 7-Day Mental Diet from the book Power Through Constructive Thinking by Emmett Fox. You cannot be healthy, you cannot be happy, you cannot be prosperous if you have a bad disposition. If you are sulky, or surly, or cynical, or depressed, or superior, or frightened half out of your wits, your life cannot possibly be worth living. Unless you are determined to cultivate a good disposition, you may as well give up all hope of getting anything worthwhile out of your life. And it is kinder to tell you very plainly that this is the case. If you are not determined to start now and carefully select all day the kind of thoughts that you are going to think, you may as well give up all hope of shaping your life into the kind of thing that you want it to be, because this is the only way. In short, if you want to make your life happy and worthwhile, which is what God wishes you to make it, you must begin immediately to train yourself in the habit of thought selection and thought control. This will be exceedingly difficult for the first few days, but if you persevere, you will find that it will become rapidly easier. And it is actually the most interesting experiment that you could possibly make. In fact, this thought control is the most thrilling, interesting hobby that anybody could take up. You will be amazed by the interesting things that you will learn about yourself, and you will get results almost from the beginning. Now, many people, knowing this truth, make sporadic efforts from time to control their thoughts. But the thought stream being so close, as I have pointed out, and the impacts from outside so constant and varied, they do not make very much progress. That is not the way to work. Your only chance is definitely to form a new habit of thought, which will carry you through when you are preoccupied or off your guard, as well as when you are consciously attending to the business. This new thought habit must be definitely acquired, and the foundation it can be laid within a few days. And the way to do this is you definitely have a choice in how you think. No matter how overwhelmed you are with life, you have a choice. I didn't think so either when I started this, and I had to have powers of example, and one of the first positive thoughts I had is that I said to myself, if it worked for them, it just might work for me, and I'm going to do what these people do. And that was a decision I made, and I never went back on that decision. That was the first mental discipline, positive thought I had. And I did this many times as a child. And the thing is when we become 18 and around there, we can change our lives. We can change our thoughts. And we are in control of our lives from that point on. Before that, there's a lot of dynamics that play into this. And so children can practice this. But children cannot pick their environment. They cannot change their exterior circumstances. They can't change jobs. They can't change schools because their parents and authorities are in control of them. So up to a point, they are victims of their surroundings and who is in charge of them. So they can practice this, and also children, their minds aren't totally developed. The faculty of reasoning isn't fully developed. So they're going to be what we think is erratic or irrational at times because they just, that's the way it is in their process of development. But once we become 18, and our mind is fully developed, we can consciously make a decision to change all the things that we were taught up until that time. And if you don't, you're just going to muddle through life. And so I muddled through life for a long time until I was 35, and I decided to change my life. I was going to be in full control of my life. And since then, I've read things that lead me to the way I want to live. And I surround myself with people who live and think and act the way I want to live, think, and act. And I help people that were where I was and want to get to where I am. And so this holistic approach, and having people around me that are where I want to go, I'm where I am at, and people who want to not be where they are at, that holistic approach, has helped me discipline my thoughts. And you need to make a choice too, and just set your life in that there, and just know that you're in control, and you have to tell yourself that and keep reaffirming it, and never go back on that. No matter where life takes you, you have to know that you want to be positive and you want to lead a good life, and just stick to it no matter how the chips fall. And that's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. But I did that, and I've gotten a good life out of that.